Have you ever noticed how sleep changes as we get older? Maybe there was a time when you could fall asleep the moment your head hit the pillow 8 hours straight. Easy. But now, you're wide awake, staring at the ceiling. The minutes crawl. By midnight, 2 a.m., then 3:17. Still no rest. Or maybe you do drift off, only to find yourself waking. Up at 4 o'clock in the morning, feeling drained, not refreshed, and wondering, why can't I sleep like I used to? What's going on? And more. Importantly, should I be concerned? Here's the thing: after 70, sleep becomes more than just part of the routine. It's essential. It influences your memory, your balance, your heart health, even your lifespan. And yet, many older adults simply accept poor sleep as just part of aging. But what if that's not true? What if these restless nights are more than just inconvenient? What if they're your body trying to tell you something? In today's video, we're diving into the real science behind sleep after 70. How much you actually need, what's normal, what's not, and the subtle warning signs your sleep might be harming your health. We'll also cover 5 surprising sleep habits that seem harmless but might actually be disrupting your rest. And trust me, you'll really want to hear the last one. So, if you or a loved one is over 70 and struggling with rest, this video could make all the difference. But before we jump in, want to hear from you. Has your sleep changed lately? Do you wake up more tired than before? Just drop a quick comment below that says, "I feel it," so we know we're in this together. And don't forget to subscribe to Health 365 Seniors, where we explore how to grow older with strength, wisdom, and real wellness. Let's get into it. Let me tell you about Mr. Harold. He's 75, a retired mechanic, the kind of man who spent decades under the hood of cars. Hands greasy, mind focused. He's an early riser, always has been, even now. Long after retiring, he's up at 5 a.m. without fail. He only sleeps around 5 hours a night, no naps, no complaints. He says he feels just fine. But last month, something happened. He was outside, tending to his garden like usual, when he tripped over a hose. The fall was bad. He broke his hip. At the hospital, his daughter was surprised when the doctor asked, "How has he been sleeping lately?" You see, Harold didn't think his short sleep was a problem. But over time, consistent lack of sleep can slow your reflexes, weaken your muscles, and throw off your balance, all of which can lead to serious falls. And this isn't just a theory. This is backed by science. Research shows that older adults still need around 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night, not just for energy, but to maintain heart health, support memory, boost mood, and reduce fall risk. Getting less than 6 hours regularly, that's linked to higher chances of heart disease, depression, memory issues, and even earlier death. Surprisingly, sleeping too much, more than 9 hours regularly, can also be harmful. But here's the kicker. It's not just how many hours you sleep, it's what happens during those hours that really counts. Are you tossing and turning, waking up often, running to the bathroom multiple times a night? If that sounds familiar, your sleep quality, not just quantity, might be the issue. And here's where many people get it wrong. They assume that, with age, the body just needs less sleep. But that's a myth. You don't need less rest, your body just struggles more to get it. Why? Because your internal clock shifts. Your hormones change, pain, medications, and stress all interfere. So while the need for sleep stays the same, the obstacles to getting it grow. So what can you do? Start small. Keep a sleep journal for a week. Write down what time you go to bed, how often you wake up, and how you feel in the morning. Are you groggy, forgetful, lacking energy? Those are signs your body might be waving a red flag. Don't ignore it. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's the foundation for everything else. Now, let's meet Eleanor. She's 78, a retired school teacher, kind, sharp as a tack. The type who remembers every grandchild's birthday and still makes the best apple pie from scratch. She's got a solid routine. Asleep by 10 o'clock, up by 6 o'clock, 8 hours on the dot. But lately, Eleanor hasn't quite felt like herself. Her mornings feel heavy. She wakes up sluggish, forgetful, and a little short-tempered. Her daughter brushes it off, saying, "It's just getting older, Mom." But Eleanor senses something deeper, and she's right to trust that feeling, because even though she's getting 8 hours of sleep, she's missing the most important part: deep sleep. Here's what most people don't realize. As we get older, our time spent in slow-wave sleep, that deep, healing stage naturally decreases. That's the phase where real recovery happens. It's when your brain locks in memories, your tissues repair, your immune system strengthens, and your body hits the reset button. Without enough of this vital stage, your brain stays cloudy. Your muscles don't bounce back, and your mood can sink. Over time, this quiet erosion of deep sleep increases your risk for things like dementia, diabetes, and high blood pressure, and it happens gradually, often unnoticed. Now, here's where the confusion starts. We tend to think, I got my 8 hours, I should be fine. But not all sleep is equal. If you're waking up a lot during the night, having vivid or unsettling dreams, or relying on long naps to get through the day, your deep sleep may be suffering. And what's causing that disruption might surprise you. Simple. Things like staring at your phone late at night, inconsistent sleep times, or a room that's too warm or noisy can all chip away at your deep sleep without you realizing it. Even a TV playing softly in the background can prevent your brain from diving into the restorative stages of rest. So, what can you do? Start by building a gentle, consistent bedtime routine. Power down your screen's TV, phone, tablet about an hour before bed. Give your mind a break from bright lights and buzzing notifications. Dim the lights. Maybe play calming music or read something light and soothing. And make sure your bedroom is cool, quiet, and dark. Think of it as preparing your body for deep healing, not just sleep. Because it's not about how long you sleep, it's about the quality of those hours. Eleanor is not alone. Millions of seniors are getting enough sleep on the clock but still feel tired, forgetful, or drained during the day. Most don't even know why. But now you do. And now, let's talk about something else. Something that feels helpful, but might quietly be draining your energy. Let's talk about napping. Meet George. He's 82. A retired mail carrier. He spent years walking miles a day, rain or shine. These days, though, he's slowed down, understandably so, but there's more to it. George takes a lot of naps, one in the late morning, another after lunch, sometimes even a third nap around 5 p.m. before dinner, he says. I don't sleep well at night, so I catch up during the day. And at first glance, that makes sense. But here's what started happening. George began forgetting little things. Appointments where he left his wallet. Names of neighbors he's known for years. He's also been moving less, talking less, and spending more time indoors. His family chalked it up to aging. But after a visit to his doctor, they heard something unexpected, too. Much daytime napping might be part of the problem. Science tells us that long naps, especially those over 90 minutes, can make nighttime sleep worse. They throw off your body's natural rhythm and make it harder to get deep, restorative sleep at night. And for seniors, there's another layer. Studies show a strong connection between frequent, long naps and cognitive decline. Not just a little forgetfulness, but real, measurable changes in brain function over time. It starts subtly, a missed name here, but it builds. So, why do older adults nap so much? Often, it's because the body feels worn down, but not always in the way we think. Sometimes it's due to poor sleep at night. Other times, it's linked to hidden conditions like sleep apnea, which interrupts breathing during sleep and leaves the body exhausted by morning, and sometimes it becomes a cycle. You nap because you're tired, but you're tired because you nap, and round it goes now. Let's be clear, naps aren't bad. In fact, short naps can be incredibly refreshing. But here's the key: keep them short, between 20 and 30 minutes, and aim for early afternoon. Not too late, not too long, just enough to give your brain a gentle boost without throwing off your sleep at night. Think of it like a light reset button, not a full shutdown. And if you find yourself needing to nap constantly throughout the day, take that as a sign. Your body is whispering that something's wrong with your sleep at night. Listen to it, because rest should recharge you, not replace the deep sleep your body's missing. Now let's talk about something even trickier. Something every one of us has, but most of us don't even think about: your internal clock. That quiet, steady rhythm that tells your body when to feel tired, when to wake up, and how alert you are throughout the day. Let's look at Mary. She's 81, a retired librarian. Her life ran like clockwork. Dinner at 6, a little TV, a crossword puzzle, lights out by 10. That rhythm worked beautifully for decades, but recently, things have shifted. Mary starts getting sleepy by 6:30. She's fast asleep by 8 o'clock, and by 4 a.m. she's wide awake, not by choice, just by habit. She watches the sky lighten as dawn breaks, tired but unable to fall back asleep. And here's the strange thing: even with 8 full hours, she still feels worn out. This isn't just a random quirk of getting older. It's something doctors call advanced sleep phase syndrome, and it's much more common than you might think, especially in people over 70. You may not realize it, but your body runs on an internal schedule, what scientists call the circadian rhythm. This natural clock controls when you feel sleepy and when you feel alert. And it's closely linked to light, sunrise, and sunset. Your body releases hormones like melatonin in the evening to help you wind down. But as we age, this internal rhythm begins to shift. Instead of getting drowsy around 10 p.m., your body might start nudging you to sleep as early as 7 or 8 p.m. And instead of waking up at 7 or 8 a.m., you're wide awake at 4 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, wondering, why am I up again? It might seem harmless, but this change can leave you exhausted. Because here's what happens: you fall asleep early, wake up early, and feel drained by midday. So, you nap. But then you're not tired come bedtime. You stay up a bit later, but still wake up early. Before long, your sleep cycle is completely out of sync, and your energy, focus, and mood take a hit. Here's the problem: loved ones often laugh it off. Oh, grandma's just an early bird. But this isn't always a natural part of aging. It can be caused by reduced exposure to sunlight, especially if you're spending most of your day indoors. It can also be worsened by lower melatonin levels, changes in activity, or even the timing of your medications. So, what can you do to fix it? Here's one powerful solution: get natural sunlight early in the morning. Every day, step outside. Let daylight hit your eyes, no sunglasses. That light tells your brain it's morning. Reset the clock. Then, in the evening, do the opposite. Turn down the lights in your home. Stay away from bright screens. Give your body the signal that night is coming. And while melatonin supplements can help with circadian rhythm issues, don't just start taking them on your own. Talk to your doctor first. It's a hormone, not a sleeping pill. And timing matters more than dosage. When your body's natural rhythm is aligned, everything improves: your sleep, your focus, your mood, even your digestion. But when that rhythm is out of step, it can feel like your whole life is off balance. Now, let's look at something else, something that doesn't just shift your rhythm, but but can actually interfere with sleep in deeper ways. Ways that show up in your body, your balance, and even your memory. Let's talk about medications and the unexpected chaos they can cause while you sleep. Take Betty, for example. She's 76, sharp as ever, keeps track of every appointment. She even has a pill organizer labeled for each day of the week. For years, Betty slept well 7 or 8 solid hours each night. She'd wake up refreshed, do her morning stretches, and start her day with a smile. But after a minor heart scare, her doctor added a new prescription. Nothing unusual, just a common heart medication. She followed instructions exactly. Took it at night with a glass of water, but soon after, her nights changed. She started waking up in a sweat. Other times, her heart raced for no reason. She tossed and turned, and by morning, she felt exhausted, dizzy, and anxious. At first she thought, maybe this is just what aging feels like. But the truth is, many medications commonly prescribed to older adults can quietly mess with your sleep. In fact, studies show more than 60% of seniors are taking drugs that can disrupt sleep either directly or indirectly. Here are just a few examples. Beta blockers, used for heart conditions or high blood pressure, can reduce melatonin, making it harder to fall asleep. Diuretics or water pills increase urination. If taken too late in the day, they'll have you up in the night again and again. Some antidepressants, pain relievers, and even common allergy meds can interfere with REM sleep, the stage your brain needs to process memories and emotions. And here's the biggest mistake we make. We blame our sleep problems on age. I'm getting older. Maybe this is just how it is now. But many times, it's not age. It's the pills in your cabinet. Now, don't get me wrong, medications can be incredibly important, even life-saving. But they also come with side effects. And when you're on multiple prescriptions, those side effects can add up silently, stealing your sleep. So what can you do? You don't have to stop your medications, but you should talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Ask questions like, could any of these be interfering with my sleep? Is there a better time of day to take them? Are there alternatives with fewer sleep-related side effects? Sometimes, it's as simple as moving a dose from night to morning. That one small change can make a huge difference. Sometimes, the answer isn't just adjusting when you take a pill. It might mean switching to a different one that's a better fit for your body. Especially at this stage in your life, sleep shouldn't feel like a nightly struggle. But if your medications are making it harder, you have a right to know and to get support. Because this isn't just about sleep. It's about how you function the next day. Your stability, your memory, your energy, and your safety all depend on it. And when those begin to slip, it doesn't only affect you, it touches your loved ones, to dot your sense of peace, your independence, and the freedom you've worked your whole life to enjoy can all feel like they're slipping away. Now you know the signs, you've heard the stories, you've got real, practical knowledge. But how do you take that and turn it into meaningful change? Let's talk about something deeper, the emotional side of it all. Because this awareness you now have, it might be the most loving, powerful thing you can offer yourself or someone close to you. It's tough, isn't it? Watching your sleep slowly drift away, night after night. One evening, you're tossing and turning. The next, you're waking every hour. Not sure what time it is, and sometimes, it's not even about you. It's your partner, your mother, your grandfather, someone you love, becoming more tired, more forgetful, more unsteady, and you don't know what to do. The nights feel longer, the days start to blend together. And in your heart, you quietly wonder, is this just aging, or is something more going on? But here's what I want you to hold close. This doesn't have to be the start of a slow decline. In fact, it's awareness. This insight can be a turning point. It's a tool, a light, a way forward, because once you understand what's really happening, you stop living in fear. You stop guessing. You start responding with clarity and intention. You go from being confused by these changes to being prepared for them. You stop blaming age for everything. And you start really noticing. You start learning. You take small steps. Just little shifts. That can change a lot. You're not just getting through these years. You're taking ownership of them. So here's a gentle invitation. Tonight, before you go to bed, take just 5 minutes. Write down how your day went. What time did you wake up? Did you nap? How clear did your mind feel? How tired were you? No need for a special journals, just a pen, a scrap of paper, and a little curiosity. Or even better, talk to someone, a spouse, a friend, a sibling. Ask them, how have you been sleeping lately? You might be surprised by what they share. And that conversation, it could be the start of healing for both of you. Because sleep is more than rest. It's the foundation of your mind, your body, and your spirit. And while it can feel like time is working against you, the truth is you still have time to take control. With some patience, with a little self-awareness, with a willingness to listen to your body again, sleep can become your ally, your healer, your reset button, and your golden years. They can still shine bright, balanced, and full of life. Now, let's pull everything together. Here's a quick recap of what we've covered today. Seniors over 70 still need around 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night, not just any kind of sleep. We talked about how deep sleep is essential for healing and how poor sleep can take a quiet toll. We uncovered how long daytime naps can confuse your internal clock and mess with your nighttime. Rest, we explored how your body's internal rhythm shifts with age, making it harder to stay in sync. And we broke down how medications, even the most common ones, can disrupt your sleep without you realizing it. But this isn't about creating fears, about empowering you with information. So now, I'd love to hear from you. What's been your biggest challenge when it comes to sleep lately? Are you waking too early? Napping too long? Feeling foggy in the mornings? Drop a comment below. Read every single one, because this is a community. And your voice matters. And if this video helped you even just a little lift, it gave you some clarity, comfort, or one of those little aha moments, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is Health 365 Seniors, where every day we share real, helpful insights to help you live not just longer, but stronger, smarter, and healthier. You absolutely deserve that. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for taking care of yourself and those around you. Sleep well tonight. Stay curious. And I'll see you in the next video. Right here, trusted guide for the golden years.